How's it going, guys? This is Bryant with Echo Adventure Cooperative, and I'm very excited today. In the spring here in Pine Mountain Lake, it's coming close to the end of April. The bass really start amping up here. So for those of you that are big into streamer fishing for bass or big predator fish like in the Salt, today we are going to go through the non-slip loop knot. Okay. Non-slip loop knot. So we're going to start with, we're using some backing line just so you can see the knot a little better. So I'll start with the end, and I'm going to put an overhand knot pretty far, give me some room to work with here. So an overhand knot's pretty easy. It's just a regular loop and then back through. And we want to make sure that we have some space on this. And we can go ahead and cinch that down pretty tight so it doesn't get out of hand, right about there. And then from here we're going to go ahead and feed our end of our line into our eyelet. I'm going to bring this back down. And this is probably the most important part for this knot. So you want to follow this line in through the opening. You don't want to be forcing it back through or this way. You want to follow that line right through. So that natural line right there, we want to follow that through. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this in pretty close to the hook. And then from this point, we can kind of hold on to it right there, and then we can take this line and do our wraps, and we can go either direction. Now the wraps are very important. If you're using a very thick line, you want to stick to minimal wraps. If you're using thin tippet or leader, then you're going to be in upwards of 6 to 10 wraps. With this thick of line, we're just going to do 3 or 4. So 1, 2, let's do 3. And then we're going to take this end here, and we're going to follow this opening. And it's okay if we're on this side. This side has a better opening, so that's okay as long as we're following that same path, right? We're going to pull that through. Keep pulling that through as tight as you can, and then cinch this line through, but still holding on to your hook, right? So this is the key. If you just crank this one down, then your loop is going to widen. But if you kind of hold on to this tag line right here, then it's going to make that nice little opening. Then what you do is trim the excess. We'll leave a little tag end on there. You can get a little tighter if you want. What's great about this knot for streamers is look at all the room that it has to move, right? This knot here has tons of room to articulate and move and jig, whereas a clinch knot or an improved clinch or a uni knot does not have this kind of articulation and movement. So for streamers, this is the knot that I use.